But for example, right now I have you don't need to, spend your energy and time learn English faster as much as you can. You go down
subsequence
because this is a part where you need to have some creativity. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel where I share with you my personal experience of learning English. And today I would like to share with you of my tips and tips of learning English based on my mistakes. And I would like to share with you because I want that you don't repeat my mistakes and learn English faster as much as you can. Okay, let's go. Okay, and the first point where I wanted to start, will be motivation. I have been learning English more than 20 years and I have been learning without any motivation. It was like a hobby without any goals, without any aims, but everything was changed about 1 year ago, right, when Alexei Navalny was arrested. I decided to learn English as fast as you can. But at 1 year ago I had my own business. That's why I didn't have a lot of time to learn English. Of course, I learned it maybe 1 hour, 2 hours with a tutor a week, but of course it wasn't enough. But then I closed my business. It was about June in the previous year, and then after that I focused only on English. After that I spent about maybe 1 hour, half hour per day every day, but I didn't achieve any success. But second point, what I've influences of my motivation, it was the arrested another the person who I know. This is Lilia Chanisheva. This is a proponent of Alexei Navalny from Bashkortostan, where I live. And after that I decided to learn English faster, because I have to have opportunity to go abroad if I have this opportunity. And after that, it was like November 2021, I spent it about every day like at least 1 hour a day, average, usually it was like 2-3 hours per day. And after that my progress of learning English started to grow very fast. Okay, let's move on to the next crucial point of learning English. No repetition. I think this is a misconception that you can remember something at the one time, just watching some words and remember it only one time. This is a misconception. I think in order to remember some words you have to repeat it 100 times, right? At least 50 times in reading and speaking, especially in listening and something like that. And repetition, not only the words but also the podcast. If you listen the podcast, listen it again. If you don't understand something, listen again and again until you understand it. And the reading, if you read something text, read it twice. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next crucial point. You don't make exercises, all right? For example, when you study, I don't know, like a present perfect, after they study these sentences, you have to make exercises of this, to listen through the, study the examples in the text, and multiple time, not only one time. And when I started English, I tried to neglect this kind of exercises, because I think this is not important for me. I understood how this created, but in order to if you want, you have to use this knowledge subconsciously, right? In order to this, you have to insert all of this knowledge on your daily basis. Like if you don't do it, you in the special moment you can use it, and you skip it, and you will be like in the gaps, you will be in the silence, and I think you understand me. Okay, next point. Too less time. Dedication time is a crucial point. If you spend like 5 minutes a day, it's not enough. 30 minutes a day, it's not enough. I think about at least 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, every day through the week, of at least 5 days a week, you have to dedicate English if you want to, create the progress in a 6 or 1 year. And this is a crucial point, right? You don't have a tutor. Of course, you can study by yourself, but I'm deeply convinced that every person needs to some mentor. Not only because this is much easier, but also it is more efficient, effectively. I mean, sometimes you don't know something and you spend a lot of time to find this solution, find this answer of some simple question. And this kind of tutor or mentor, they can help because they know it, already know it, and they just tell you, and that's it. And this is not necessary to be a proficiency tutor. This can be like a person with a high level of English, and you just confer with him, and he give answer to you. Okay, let's look at the next crucial point. Okay, next crucial point, not subsequence. All right, okay, like you study one language like 1 week, 2 weeks, and then you stop it, and you don't do any exercises at all. And then after the gap, like 2-3 months or 2 weeks or something like that, you come back to your education, and it wasn't like the same level. You go down for the, you know, for the bad level, and you know, in order to achieve the some success of learning any languages, you have to, you know, do it constantly without any gaps. At least, you know, the gaps like not more than 1 week. You have to use it as much as you can. You don't have any practice of speaking and writing part of English, right? You know, I think this is a common place that all of the students have a common problem, like in the speaking part and the writing part, because this is a part where you need to have some creativity, and this is a, you know, crucial factor. You don't pay attention a lot of time for it, but this is I think one of the crucial point, right? Yeah, I agree with you that without writing, writing and speaking, it needs some feedback of others people. Like you know, speaking without yourself, this is something weird and difficult at the same time. You need to have some partner. And writing as well. When you write something, you have to, you know, get some feedback from someone. For me, speaking and writing was one of the difficult, you know, part of educational. And I'll put on the screen my my exercises of writing, and this is you know, I used to prepare for the IELTS exam, and yeah, I think you look right now the some my my works, and this is you know, this is not so good. But after that, I, especially of writing, I've you know, gained some I think confidence. After that, I've you know, pay attention to some things what I've never seen before. This is very interesting. Sometimes, you know, especially in writing, when you you know, when you pronounce something, right, you don't pay attention the some letters, the some connection words, but in the writing you have to write all of these words correctly, and in the special order. This is a good you know, exercises for, you know, train your language, and you have to use it, and you have to write and speaking as early as you can. You don't have a curriculum. You know, this is a curriculum. It's a very crucial point of learning any languages. You know, you have to know beforehand what you want to do tomorrow and next week. You don't need to, you know, spend your energy and time to look into what you wanted to do in the next period of time. It can be like any books, you know, or especially, for instance, for grammar, it can be like a Blue Murphy, right? Red Murphy, and something like that. Essential grammar in use. And for vocabulary, I highly recommend you like 4,000 essential English words, and any another resources. For instance, for collocation in use, right? And you know, tons of another books and materials, on videos. It can be different kind of materials, but you have to know beforehand what you're going to do on the next time. Okay, next point, what I based on my experience, this is like a diversity. What I mean? Diversity, I mean you, first of all, right, this is a not focus only on the one point of learning English, like not only the reading, not only the writing, you have to do it approximately at the equal, right? And in the listening, right, you have to use not only, for instance, podcast, but you also need to use the radio, I don't know, the YouTube channels, the news from the TV, speaking, like you have to use with speaking by yourself, speaking with tutors, speaking with other students, speaking with natives, and something like that. You have to look for any new resources. This is a diversity, and I highly recommend to use it, and not stuck only one type of educational. And when I hired the teacher, I hired the teacher like 3 different teachers at the same time when I need to assign different part of education. From one tutor I speak with him. From one tutor I train my grammar, and the next tutor just was speaking as well. This is a work like that. Language environment. This is another crucial point of learning English. What I mean, when you start learning any languages, at the first time, this is pretty weird to listen to some words. This is hilarious to listen, and when you do it by yourself, this is nonsense, right? You try to say something. This is very funny to pronounce these unknown words, but after that, you are used to doing it. What I mean to create environment. First of all, you have to change the language in your phone, and to have a chat on a daily basis with anyone, to have a conversation, speaking conversation with on another people on the daily life, at least 5-10 minutes. This is completely okay. You have to used to speaking with people every day. This is a usual things. For me, I have for example, right now I have a conversation every day in English, from interview, from vlog, as you can see, from the speaking with my tutors, speaking with my friends in English. And this is a English environment. The last but not least point of learning any languages, this is a diet and a sport activity, right? When you learn something, when you study something, this is you are sitting in front of the computer or in front of the tables, and wrap your hand and dive in on this process, and you sit in the room, and you have to to rest, and it can be like a gym. You can go there and make some exercises, or it can be like just jump on the rope maybe 5-10 minutes and then come back to your educational system. Yeah, you have to take the time to rest your brain, your body, to recover from the focusing, right? Okay, the next point of it, I think the diet. The diet is a very crucial factor, right? I changed my diet drastically. I have a special diet. Maybe a little bit later I create some video about it. But definitely you need to some diet. Just some example. You have to use you have to eat at least one fruit a day, one vegetable a day, and nuts as well, porridge, and to eat at the same time. In conclusion, I would like to say that you have to follow all of these tips what I mentioned before. All of these tips based only on my experience of what I implement of my English educational system, and I highly recommend to use it as well. Okay, thank you for watching me. Goodbye.